Very good morning to another breaking news format, guys. And if you're new to this channel, then obviously make sure to smash that subscribe button. And this format is to inform you in the morning what is happening on the markets and what you should know about them, okay? And let's dive directly in because we have a lot of information. So first of all, let's have a look. The market is starting a little bit lower. The news is saying that obviously they are still digesting the overall situation with Rona, and other than that, there's the elections coming up. So still there's this lot of uncertainty into the market, which led those markets a little bit hanging. Okay, however, in this episode, I will tell you exactly why it's an counter indicator when everybody is talking about the crash. Okay, let's have a look further into the economic calendar. So economic calendar shows you always if there is some important economic news or events that could impact the market. And this is, for example, on every Thursday. It could be the unemployment rates, but let's have a look what is in for today. And those are the most important kind of events. So when this is here fully full. Okay, well done. So as you can see here, Bank of Canada is issuing a monetary policy statement and a report. So this is obviously always important, and this is pretty much it. Okay, so tomorrow we have more of important news here, as you can see. But this we will talk about by tomorrow. Now, if you're looking into the earnings calendar for today, it's also quite interesting because we still in fully earnings weeks, and we seeing today after market close Visa, and after a couple of hours, I guess, before the market opens, MasterCard. Then we have Amgen. Boeing is reporting numbers before the market opens. Gillette is also reporting after the market close. General Electric also this morning. So a couple of big companies. eBay after market close. Ford Motors after market close. So a couple of big companies, definitely Nielsen as well. A couple of companies that are, showing us how their quarter, ended the last quarter, right? So, and starting with exactly this, I would like to show you that Microsoft actually lowered, after hours, even though they beat the expectation. This is always what I say, never bet or put some options just because of the earnings, because the guidance there can be just a couple of little bit negative words in the guidance, and the stock can go lower. But it's not a crash, it's just a little bit lower than it closed. So we actually seeing here the revenue was a little bit bigger than expected. Also, the earnings per share was a little bit bigger than expected. And finally, with the guidance, Microsoft expect 39.5 billion to 40.4 billion in fiscal second quarter revenue. So it's a little bit less than the consensus estimate of 40.43 billion. Okay, so as you can see here, just a little bit lower than expected, and the stock is selling off. Then we are having the opinion. I find this article and I thought, I will share this with you because this is so important. And it says the following, that most investors now expect the US stock market to crash like it did in October 1987. And why is that a good news? And basically what it says is that investors have never been more worried that the US stock market crash. That's great news. This is counterintuitive reaction because investor sentiment is a contrary indicator. So, for example, if lots of you are worrying that there's a market crash, there will actually be no market crash. And if everybody is super happy and thinks that the markets cannot crash and stocks go always up, exactly then the stock market will and can crash. So as you can see, always be greedy when others are fearful. This is exactly what Warren Buffett already said, and that's if you like this topic, guys, then let me know in the comments so I can maybe make a whole live session in the evening only about this topic, okay? And then, obviously we are having the second channel, which you should subscribe to. I'm posting there every single day. We are approaching their 1,000 subscribers already. So thank you so much, guys, for the support. Make sure to follow me there as well. I need to change this picture, actually, as I can see, because there's a lot of content already on the second channel that you are missing if you're not subscribed. And then we are having the LVMH, and Tiffany finally seems to agree on a $16.6 billion deal. There was this back and forth, and then Tiffany and LVMH went into court and want to sue each other because, the deal didn't went through, because LVMH, after, the crisis, wanted to have a better deal price-wise, and Tiffany said no, and, now they are talked about so many things and so on. So you can see here that they are finally agreeing on something. Then finally, Apple develops an alternative to Google search. And why is this important, guys? Because, Apple and Google are actually, very depending on each other. So Google pays Apple for being on their search engine on all their devices, which gives Apple 20% of all profits that they are making every year. And on the other side, half of the traffic for Google comes through Apple devices. Can you imagine that? So you see how big of an importance it is. It's definitely more important for Google because, for example, Apple could make a deal with Microsoft and now working even on their own solution. So I'm quite interested how this could work out and will work out for this, both giants. Definitely, very interesting what will happen, because this depends heavily on the revenue for Google if, so many people are searching or will not search anymore via their Apple devices. Then, we have David Einhorn, who, by the way, has an performance, about minus 25% this year or the year before, I don't remember. But there was Ross Gerber, a very interesting guy, also Tesla bull, and they are obviously fighting because David Einhorn is a Tesla bear. And, Ross Gerber said we did everything, against or exactly the opposite what David Einhorn invested, and we were plus 25% for the year. So it's an interesting always back and forth. And, David Einhorn thinks there's an enormous bubble and it started to burst already and so on. So this crash, this crash, bad news that David Einhorn is spreading here a little bit. Then we having SpaceX price Starlink satellite internet services at $99 per month, according to an email. So as you might know, you can soon have everywhere satellite internet. And you are actually, can order this by $500 upfront to order the Starlink kit, which is a router and so on. And then you can basically get this internet for $19.99. So, yeah. It's I think it's on the higher price, but I think for areas where you don't have, fiber optics cables in your neighborhood and no high-speed internet, this is a very good alternative, guys. Okay, so I think, it's definitely something that is looking good for those kind of people. And then we are having some voices that the clock runs or has run out already for the stimulus talks to agree on before the election day. So let's see if this will happen, or we still will have a news headline that will say, we are having a deal Yeah, I'm quite interested into that, but the market doesn't expect it to happen. So it could be a positive surprise and an uptick for the market. So let us see. Yeah, thank you very much. Now you are informed. Leave a like on my channel on this video. Leave a follow on my Instagram, Wolf of Dubai Danny, and then you are totally sorted out. I love you guys. Take care, stay safe, and have a fantastic Wednesday.